And the first thing that we talk about in shooting is we're going to talk about your front foot. We're going to talk about that wherever you point your front foot, that's where the ball is going to go. So we take a look. The first thing is we're going to get coach to point his left foot right at the cage, because that's our ultimate target, is the goal. And by pointing his front foot, he's actually going to start to open up his hips. And with opening up his hips, you get your power from shooting. It's an entire body process. It's your legs are involved in shooting, your trunk, your core, your upper body, and then lastly your wrists. And the second part we're going to concentrate on right now to start with is getting your hands back. And all good shooters have the ability to get their hands back. One of the coaching cues that we use in teaching this is to kiss your inside shoulder. And by physically kissing your inside shoulder, that forces you to get your hands back. Sometimes just saying, get your hands back is not good enough. And when we say, well, kiss your inside shoulder, that really reminds the student, the athlete, to really get his hands and exaggerate and get his hands back. So now we have coach has got his foot pointed, he's got his hands back, and we're going to put a little hop in his step, almost like a crow's hop in baseball, where he's actually going to step to the cage, he's going to get his hands back, and then he's going to follow through to the goal, and he's going to use all his momentum. Now the first thing that goes is his foot. The second is actually going to be his stomach. The third is his chest, his shoulders, and the last part of his body that's going to project the ball to the cage is going to be his hands. And now we try to put it all together, and we have his foot pointed in the right direction. He opens up his hips, and he's just going to go through the motion. Go ahead, coach. And he follows through. We want his momentum to follow through to the cage. And that's where his power comes from. The power, we don't want him falling off to the side or falling off on an angle somewhere, but we like him to be able to follow through to the cage. Once again, he'll demonstrate. He'll point his front foot, which opens up his hips, gets his hands back, and follows through to the cage. Good technique now. Slow down. Good technique. Good. That was good, Steve. Good. Exaggerate. Transfer your weight. Exaggerate your motion. Hands back. Kiss your inside shoulder. Hands back. Hands back. Kiss your inside shoulder. You know, it's like Plaxico Burst, man, just catching ball after ball in practice. You may only catch 2 in a game, but when it's time, you got to make it happen. Follow through. Hands back.